I'm Hunter from Shot Caller, founder and CEO. So the fly-in program was a great opportunity. When I first heard about the fly-in program was really through Twin Cities Startup Week. So just really evaluating all the resources that were going on and understanding, hey, this isn't a place that just talks about tech, but has a week and a half long of programming, really kind of what's special about that and how are they attracting others to the region to participate in a thriving upcoming ecosystem. And Minneapolis, St. Paul region, I would say that I think at least in other ecosystems, one may try to come up, hey, we're the best we're the best partners here. See that approach across programs and how they operate and make sure that there's support for startup founders and anyone who just wants to maybe come up this way and work for one of the top 500 companies out here in the Midwest.
So I first heard about the fly-in program through some Facebook ads. I was really interested in the program when I saw it. I had never heard of the Twin Cities Startup Week or anything like that. But when I first saw the application, I thought, oh, I can't apply because I have a lot of relatives who are based here in Minnesota. And I figured, that meant that I wasn't going to be eligible, that they would want people from different backgrounds. But I applied anyways just to see what happened, and they ended up telling me no, they love former Minnesotans or people with loose connections, because those people typically end up actually moving, and it's also just a great way for people to reconnect and create new connections in areas that they maybe didn't have before. So when it comes to Twin Cities Startup Week, it helped give me a boost in my career, but it genuinely changed my husband's life.
Starting a business here is really unique because of the infrastructure of both, local nonprofits and stakeholders in the community, but also the infrastructure of the city of Minneapolis and then the state of Minnesota. You guys are just really, really focused on making change happen. So just that culture, I think, is really incredible and encouraging when you're starting a business, and kind of teaches you the foundations, but also just the grants and the people and the programs that are able to kind of help you get started, learn what you need to learn, and then just people sharing their experiences from events like Fuck Up Nights to, obviously all of the different information that's presented during Twin Cities Startup Week. It's just invaluable, the amount of knowledge and people that you get to be able to connect with.
My name is Dave Elliston, and I am a lead recruiter at SPS Commerce. If someone's looking to move here, the first thing I would tell them is to utilize the resources that are available. The support I received really started through the fly-in program. What was great about that was that it was a wonderful introduction to the ecosystem here. Got to network with other potential transplants and learn about their experiences and why they looked at this community. And then since I got here, the wealth of organizations that really promote the tech community here, you can never run out of things to do and people to connect with. I was looking at tech events up here, came across the fly-in program, talked to Dalton, and the rest is history. I brought my wife. I said it'll either be a terrible vacation or change our lives forever, and the fact that I'm sitting here with you tells you which way it went.
My name is Steve Grove, and I'm the Commissioner of the Department of Employment and Economic Development for Minnesota. Well, one of Minnesota's unofficial nicknames is that we're the problem-solving capital of the world. And I think that's an earned nickname. It's because people that start companies here really care about that. It's borne out in the data. People here work harder than most states. Our labor force participation rates are way higher than most states. And we're a state where businesses that you start have a better chance of succeeding than almost anywhere else in the country. Part of that is the ecosystem we build around these businesses, but also part of it is that people who start companies here are really passionate about the problem that they are trying to solve. And so this is the kind of state where people are figuring out the next way to save lives in hospital rooms. It's a state where people are figuring out the next way to feed people more efficiently and effectively and more healthily. But it's some of those really valuable kind of life-changing technologies that started here that have just created a legacy around this being the kind of state where people build amazing companies that change the world.